What is going on, my Houston Texans family? Hope you all are having a blessed Sunday. It is beautiful out there. The birds are singing, the crack kids are smoking, and hey, we have some early Houston Texans news to discuss because it was reported by ESPN's Jeremy Fowler that the Texans are eyeing free agent running back Nick Chubb to join their backfield alongside Joe Mixon. Look, running back two was something that we were talking about all offseason. We wanted a running back brought in during free agency. We wanted a running back brought in during the draft. That's why we were talking about young prospects like Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins. So it does not surprise me one bit that the Houston Texans are still trying to add to the running back room. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, the rumor Twitter account that has some weight to it, Slick Rick, he put out that the Texans were interested and were having conversations with free agent running back J.K. Dobbins. Now, the only thing that the two sides were disagreeing on was money. Now we are talking about the Houston Texans potentially looking at Nick Chubb. I can't remember the last time the Houston Texans have had an effective RB1, RB2 punch. I believe it was Arian Foster, Ben Tate. But I believe that if this Texans team wants to take a step forward, then they need bodies, not only at the running back room and the wide receiver room. I think they have that. The tight end room, I think they have that. But we've still been talking about the running back room. Now, the Texans added Woody Marks, but I still think you need more. And we'll discuss this. My name is Ruben Calavillo. This is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. So make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest Houston Texans news, rumors, and updates. Now, as we get to the article, it is on Bleacher Report. If you guys want to check it out, the Houston Texans reportedly are looking to bolster their running back room this offseason. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported on SportsCenter Sunday that the team is eyeing free agent running back Nick Chubb to join the backfield alongside Joe Mixon. I was told that he's hoping to sign here soon, and maybe he gets something done before a mini camp gets into a team four-time Pro Bowler. Now, this article is very weird. Fowler said, the return to Cleveland's not totally off the table from what I'm told, but probably unlikely because of their draft plans. They've drafted multiple running backs. I'm told Houston could be one to watch here. They've been looking at the running back market, maybe adding someone with Joe Mixon. As Fowler noted, the Browns added a pair of running backs in the draft in Ohio State's Quinshon Judkins and Tennessee's Dylan Sampson. With the addition of those two, Chubb's return to Cleveland would mean a crowded backfield. The Texans, on the other hand, could use a strong number two behind Mixon. The team's top backfield in 2024, Dameon Pierce, rushed for just 293 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Chubb has struggled with injuries in recent years, playing just 10 games total across the last two seasons, but his last healthy year, we saw him rush for 1,525 yards and 12 touchdowns. While the 29-year-old might not be capable of that kind of putting up those kind of numbers now, he could likely be a reliable second option for the Texans. You look at the stats for this year on Nick Chubb. In 8 games, on 102 rushes, 332 yards, 3 touchdowns. So if you compare that to Dameon Pierce, Nick Chubb gets the win there. The last 2 seasons is where you have some concern on Nick Chubb. Now in 2023, he had a significant knee injury. I think he had to do MCL repair, meniscus repair, ACL repair, knocked him out for the year. Only appeared in 2 games. 2024, this year, he appeared in 8 games, broke his foot against the Kansas City Chiefs, and as we saw in the offseason, the Cleveland Browns, they drafted his replacements. But you look at the healthy years. He was a 4-year straight Pro Bowler from 2020. I'm sorry, from 2019 to 2022. His last healthy year, one of the best running backs in the NFL. Maybe Nick Chubb is not that anymore. Is not a Pro Bowl running back anymore. Maybe he can show you some glimpses, though, in his limited opportunities behind Joe Mixon. With Joe Mixon also, he's up there in age. You got two, old running backs here, and Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb. But I think the Texans definitely need to add. And if you see Nick Chubb recently, he's been at his old high school working out. I think there was a TikTok of him squatting 610 pounds. We know Nick Chubb is just a freak of a human. I wouldn't put it past him if he could come back and bounce back. Nick Chubb has been quiet his whole career, is a very humble guy. And it would not surprise me if he bounces back from this. And the Texans, right, we're not asking him to be the number one running back, to be the bell cow, but to be the 2 running back by committee. And let's just break down teams run by run. With that being said, I also look at the top of the quote here. I was told that he's hoping to sign here soon. Obviously, Nick Chubb still wants to prove that he can get it done in this league, and he'll have a legit opportunity to be impactful here in Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys let me know your comments down below. Would you want to see would you want to see Nick Chubb in a Houston Texans uniform? For more Houston Texans content, you guys know what to do. Feel free and follow me for more. Go Houston. Have a very blessed day.